and I'm Leo. Welcome back to our 30-day challenge. If you are enjoying our videos, please do subscribe to our channel. That will help us to ensure that we can put more videos up. And if you like a video, please do click on the thumbs up button.
Yes, and welcome to day 10. If you've just joined us, this course, this 30-day challenge is for complete beginners, so come and join in. Our first pose is going to be Adho Mukha Virasana. So those of you who have been watching and you've been following our 30-day challenge, this is just get up and go and get moving and an introduction to your yoga practice. Adho Mukha Virasana, you can see Leo here back onto her heels, and as we've said in previous videos, if you hinge forward at the hips, be sure that you don't lead with your abdomen and the abdomen's drawing back towards the spine. And also, this is not a great action, so you have to make sure that you draw back and you keep the energy right back towards the heel side and reach. It's a really nice way of starting your practice. Just be there for a few moments, breathing smoothly and evenly. Just let the breath become fluid, soft. Be aware of the extension of the arms, but also the extension of the buttocks moving towards your heels. We come for the next pose now, which is Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog head down. So be mindful that you completely plant those palms down strongly and come up into your dog pose. Extending back with your thighs, extending up with the buttocks, and lifting your abdomen. It's very important that you lift that lower abdominal area in this pose. So see that the weight is distributing evenly, so you can feel weight in those palms. You're reaching the weight back into those thighs and extending through the soles of your feet. Very important instructions. Come back into Adho Mukha Virasana where we started. Extend back. And of course, if this is really difficult and you're a little bit stiff in the hips, which most people are when they begin yoga, then of course you can place a folded blanket or a yoga block between the heels and the buttocks. Just be here for a few moments and breathe through the nasal passage. We're coming again for Adho Mukha Svanasana, so you'll be familiar this time. Press into your palms, tuck your toes under and lift up. Press strongly into those palms and be sure that your wrists are reaching towards your palms, and from that action you straighten those elbows. So those elbows, really important that you lock the elbows and you lift up through the upper arm to the armpit. And extend back again into the heels strongly. Reach, reach, reach. So this time, instead of coming back into Adho Mukha Virasana, you need to come for Uttanasana now. So you're going to either step or jump the feet towards the hands. So yesterday in our practice we came to Padangusthasana, and this time we're going to come for Padahastasana. It's a little bit more intense. So again, if you're one of those people who have just joined us and you're doing this because you want to become more mobile and taking your hands to the floor in Uttanasana is really challenging, then just look at the options. You can put your hands onto the thighs, lift your abdomen, put your hands onto your shins, lift your abdomen, look forward, extend through the front body. If you've got any yoga bricks, you can place your hands onto bricks or onto a chair in front of you. Don't give up. That's the most important thing. Even if you're stiff and the muscles are really difficult to move, do not give up, keep going with it, because after time, your body will become more fluid. So Padangusthasana is, Padahastasana should I say, is when we take the hands underneath the feet. This is a little bit more extreme. So taking the hands underneath the feet, as you can see Leo's demonstrating here, and then press those feet into the palms. If you've got any sharp rings on, then it's a good idea to take them off at this stage. Lift your abdomen, lift through your legs, lift through your thighs, and extend through the whole of the body, and keep this action. As I said yesterday, you really need to understand the prep work before you go into the full extension. So do as much as you can, as much leverage as you can through the connection of the palms and the feet to encourage that length through the front body and extension towards the edge of the mat. And then start to bend your elbows. This may be quite painful on your legs when you start to bend your elbows, the hamstrings, the front thighs. Keep pulling them up. Just let the abdomen soften, let the head go down, and just be there and breathe. So for many of you, you may find that this stage is a little bit tricky. Still keep that forward bend action. You can repeat it several times. If you're putting your hands onto bricks, repeat it several times. If you're putting your hands onto the chair, repeat it several times. So this will be an option in a few months' time. But again, you have to start somewhere. Sometimes complete beginners have a little bit more fluidness in the body, so this is one of our introductory poses. Alright, so you're going to release your fingers, put them towards the floor in front of you. You might get them stuck underneath those feet, so be careful. And then lift your abdomen, put your hands onto your hips, and just be there for a moment. And then when you come up, you've got to really reach up with your front chest, lift up nicely, stand in Tadasana. And roll your shoulders back and down. So these poses are really nice to get the body moving and to warm the body and muscles up. So we're coming for floor work now. So Makarasana is going to be our first pose. So this is a prone action. So lying down. Okay, so I'm just going to come over here so I can still talk and you can hopefully still see me. Alright, so when you come into this action, it's really important that you get the full length of the body. So you reach back the legs, reach forward with the arms, and get some space and lift out of the pelvis. The abdomen really needs to lift away from the pelvis itself. And then you're going to reach the hands so that you're placing them behind the head. You can see this action. Okay, so once we've achieved this, you're going to see that the tailbone, the other end, is reaching and extending into the body strongly. You're grounding down with your legs, and then you're going to take a breath in and lift the chest and the arms up. Good. So you can see here, you're lifting the legs, you're lifting the chest, you're lifting the arms, and then releasing down. Okay, you can rest the forehead onto palms. So we go again. We're going to do this several times. We're going to go twice, but you can do this three times. It's really good to strengthen your back. So extending those legs away from you. And then a nice breath in and lift when you're ready. Good. Very good. Soft inhalation, exhalation, and release down. And release in the forehead. So from this pose, we're coming into Adho Mukha Virasana. So you'll remember this one. We started off with this at the very beginning of the class. But this time it's going to be a nice soft twisting action. So you see Leo is coming forward with the action, and that's paper, sorry. Whoops. Okay, so Leo is going to go to the side into a twisting action. You can see she's just walking herself round. As she walks herself round, she's lifting the abdomen. So it's a really nice spinal twist. Still reaching the buttocks back and down, coming back to the centre. And now coming to the other side when you're ready. Turning, 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 turning. That's grand. So again, you can work with this and walk the hands and turn and lift the abdomen and ground back into the heels. And you can repeat several times if you wish to. It's a really nice way to finish the sequence. And then coming back to the centre and reaching forward one last time, extend it. As you extend those arms, breathe through the nostrils, feel the breath in the body, and then slowly come up, coming to seated position.
So thank you for joining us today. I'd just like to reiterate what Lin was saying about the forward bending actions. do remember that we're showing the full action of those forward bending actions. But if you're not very mobile at this moment in time, it might seem as though that's a long way away for you. Don't worry about that. The mobility will come with time and with practice. So just stay working with your hands onto your thighs and don't get disheartened if you're not in the full pose at this stage.
Yes, and if I can just mention, if you'd like to have different options of using props, then do go to our online yoga site, which has structured courses, www.myyogatutor.com.
That's the one.
That's it, that is the one.
Thank you very much for joining us today, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for another sequence. Namaste.
Namaste.